This makes me a little emotional.
Going through my emails, I think it was in a yard bulletin. They were advertising this mattering movement, and I was interested. I didn't really know what it was. It was like a small blurb, but you know, I thought seems like an initiative that's important, especially at Harvard. I know there's a lot of people who can tend to feel lonely, like they don't belong, and that's something I've also felt. So I was like, you know what, let me get in on this.
My origin story with the Mattering movement was pretty simple. I got an email that basically said something along the lines of, do you want to make Harvard a place that people feel like they matter, where they belong, where this is like a place that they can feel home and feel like themselves. And seeing this in my inbox, I was like, oh, there's something I can do to kind of leave an impact in my time here.
So the Mattering retreat was so fun. We went to Vermont, and I got to meet such amazing, incredible people who have very similar values. It was really great. Everyone was just so nice, and I got to get really close to people in my class who I didn't know previously.
When I got there, I thought, okay, I'm just here to help facilitate, to help everyone else who doesn't know about Mattering kind of understand what this concept is, or just to really help like execute the organizational side of the retreat. But no, there was something like so deep in store for me as well. As a senior, I thought I've already met all my friends and the people who I want to spend my time with here at Harvard, but no, this was such a beautiful experience of just a full core reminder that there are such amazing people with amazing stories here at Harvard. I became great friends with 3 freshmen who now just got placed in my own house of Mather, and we had dinner in the house the other night, and we're meeting up next week. Just people on this campus who I wouldn't have met otherwise, and I think that's like the very spirit of Mattering, that the people around you have such value and that you have value to offer them as well.
I left feeling like I had a community, and also that I could make a difference on campus. One thing that really stuck out to me was not only just being there for someone. I didn't realize how important that was to feel needed. I realized one thing that can strengthen my friendships is asking them for help whenever I need it, or just having letting them be a shoulder.
During the retreat, during different like brainstorming sessions, we talked about this idea of third places. Places that aren't the classroom, that aren't your dorm, but are places where you can come and kind of just find community or be yourself, or just kind of unload. And that is something at Harvard that kind of lacks. As a 4-year athlete on the Harvard women's volleyball team, I myself struggle with perfectionism and wanting to be the best in everything I'm doing, and never really taking a second to just kind of reflect and celebrate the things that are going well. Your worth or your identity isn't just attached to the grades that you have in the classroom, or how many clubs or extracurriculars that you are a part of, or your job prospects, but know that you can just like connect with others and be yourself and bring the value that you have to the table there.
We have a lot of great initiatives. The Harvard Houses, which builds such great community. We have intramurals. We have a plethora of clubs. There's a bunch of things that can make students feel like they matter. However, there are things in classrooms where I don't know who's sitting right next to me. Even in small sections with a teaching fellow, and it's only 10 students, I don't know everybody. And I think that's just like one small example of getting to know those students better, creating a community within this academic space.
I'm talking about my own time at Harvard. Freshman fall, I got here and I struggled. I struggled with a lot of imposter syndrome. I felt like I didn't belong in the classroom. Thankfully, I was able to find places on campus that really like bolstered and built that sense of Mattering, and now I can sit here senior spring and reflect so fondly on the places where I feel like I really have a deep sense of community, that I know that I matter, that I bring value to the communities around me, and to have any shot in helping to create a space for someone else who can feel like they matter here was just so exciting.
Not feeling connected is definitely extremely hard, but I think just keep exploring, because eventually you will find that community, whether it's your house or you decide to do an intramural sport.
This makes me a little emotional because Harvard's a place where I got here and I didn't really feel like I belonged, and I had a lot of imposter syndrome, but to be able to sit here in this chair and know that I have such deep and beautiful and impactful communities I'm a part of, who have shaped me and transformed me into the senior I am today. Little freshman Corinne in Gray's West would be shocked.
To the class of 2029, I want to say you will definitely find that you matter here. Don't be afraid to reach out, make new friends, join clubs, go out of your comfort zone, and you will find in some place that you matter.
I think if I have any parting words, it would be to slow down. Harvard is a non-stop place. There's always more you could be doing, more you could be joining, more hours you could spend in the library. The greatest value of this community and this institution are the people that you're completely surrounded by. Take the time to sit in Annenberg and get to know the girl next to you, hear her story, learn from her, and also know that you have something so beautiful and impactful to share with others too.